Welcome to another episode of the Datacast. My name is Chris, and today we are playing Super Mario RPG, which is a really fun game that I did not expect to be playing that much of. As you can see here, it's turn-based, and the full title of this game is actually Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. And this was made, I think, back in the 90s, could be late 80s. Actually by Nintendo and Square before they became Square Enix. And a little bit about that, I believe that Square had made Chrono Trigger recently and were kind of going on the success of that game. And Nintendo actually released this game at the same time as Mario 64. So at the time, when I was a kid, I didn't actually hear much about this game. But now that I saw the remake coming out and saw that it was turn-based, I knew it was something I was really interested in. So right now, I'm back at the Mushroom Village, and basically it's being attacked by the Shy Moors, I believe. And the bad guy in this game is actually not Bowser, it is this guy named Smithy. And the idea of this game is you are recruiting Bowser, Peach, and others to battle Smithy in turn-based combat, similar to a Pokemon game or Fire Emblem or anything, turn-based at all. But what stands out about this game that I'm not doing very well right now is when you time your hits at certain intervals, like you choose your attack and then hit A again when the attack lands, you get basically a critical hit. And I don't know if this was the first game ever to do that, but it was the first game that I have read about that had such a feature. And you'll see this in games like Bug Fables, I think even Sea and Stars, the new turn-based game, a little bit in the light of, Chrono Trigger. I believe that has some, what would you even call that, quick time events almost? Quick time events or mini games within the combat. But you don't see that too much outside of the more cartoon-looking RPGs. But if there are other ones, please sound off, let me know. And I'm not really talking about something like Dragon Quest XI, where if you quick hit the enemy before you walk into the encounter, it gives you a better, chance or starting. That's not quite what I mean, even though that is very similar. This is more actually once the battle has started, and I need to remember that it's going to happen. So we'll try to show some of the strong parts of the combat. So you've got items, you've got specials, attacks, what is the other? Defend. You could probably run away if this wasn't a type of fight where you couldn't. So Mario that I'm playing as, I'm leveling up his melee skills, his hammer on bad guy skills, because I don't really like the fireball move so much. It's one of the repeating button presses. So I'll kind of show you just what his normal attack looks like. And again, I'm attacking and then hitting A when the attack lands. Boom. Two chains, and it even did some damage on the other guy. Now, my buddy over here, Malo, who's a frog, in case you didn't know by looking at him, because he looks nothing like a frog, he is more of like a mage character, as you can see, more of a white mage. I'm going to use Thunderbolt just to showcase the ferocity. And I actually realize now that the camera, I can move that probably while I'm recording, can't I? Yeah, we'll put it in top right. That way you can see the moves. So Thunderbolt, Thought Peak, and HP Rain. Thought Peak is going to be something like magnifying glass, where you identify their weaknesses and type. Thunderbolt, Big Shock. HP Rain is kind of a, healing move. And when I mean kind of, I mean that's literally what it is. And just a reminder to first-time listeners that the point of the Datacast is for me to exercise the muscle that is talking with no one else around me. I try to aim for 20 to 30 minutes. This one might be closer to 20. But my goal is to, strengthen the muscles that allow me to talk and ramble without sounding like I'm rambling. Let's do Thunderbolt. I don't know if the Thunderbolt has a quick time additive. I keep trying to press A right when the lightning lands, but I'm not sure that it does much. Okay. You're not going to fall for that trap again. Alright, there's hidden treasure in this room. Don't know how much I want to think about that right now. The other thing I was going to say about this game's kind of inception was, maybe not inception, but I don't really know a lot of games like this. So where you take a popular IP and you turn it and you pair with a company that makes turn-based and you come out with something, you know, beautiful. Midnight Suns, the new Marvel game, newish Marvel game, but that's more of a top-down tactics, almost like XCOM or something like that. If you watch the Persona Tactica video, closer to something like that. But actually, what I was going to bring up is the Mario Rabbids game. Man, let's mess this Shy more up. Boom, boom. Okay, I just got him once. When they attack, if you hit A at the exact right moment, you'll actually kind of pop up a bubble shield, and that's another one of those quick time additives in the combat. But let's quit messing around. Let's shock them. Alright. Another thing I like is it shows you how close you are to leveling up when you're walking around. Or maybe, yeah, when you hit pause. No, where was it? It's somewhere. Maybe it's after every combat round, but I feel like very often you get to see how much XP you have left. Let's see if we can... Okay. Boom, got him. Nope. Don't really need that. Let's try the Thought Peak. I don't use this too much. Fear, Poison, Sleep, Mute. So that's cool. I mean, that shows the complexity of a game like this. Again, the Mario characters throw you off, so you think, oh, this isn't going to be that complex of turn-based combat, but it can be. Okay. I think we can beat him with Double Hammer. Nice. Alright, let's see if it tells us how much. Oh yeah, the next level in the bottom right. So Mallow's going to level up to 6 soon, and Mario just leveled up to 6 pretty recently. Alright. I just want to get to... I want information. Not so fast, pal. Look at him. Can't even bounce. Hey, maybe we could bounce on his head. Oh, I'm going to mess you guys up. Mario probably is really offended when people jump on him, I would assume. I'm going to jump on you guys. Boom. Click. The jump is a pretty powerful move for Mario. Ah. Just, you know what? Boom. Alright, I'm happy this happened. Now I'll show you what the gauge move is, and I don't mind to waste it because you get this pretty often. This will bring out Toad, who will bring you a little power up. Boom. Let's see what we get. And I think you have pretty good control. Like, I tried to hit that as quick as I could to get the power mushroom. You are welcome, Mallow. Go Thunderbolt and just end it. It's funny to transition from Baldur's Gate to something like this because in some ways they are similar, in the majority of ways they are not. But I'm having a lot of fun with this. I think that this is in a game where it would be my main game that I only play this and nothing else. But this has been a lot of fun to play in the mornings before my daughter wakes up, or just you know, on a Friday night where I'm kind of listening to a book or something. There is the saves, you know, every so often in a room like this, but that in the original game that's all you had. In the remake, you actually can auto save just by going to a new area, which is nice. Hey, I agree with that. That would be inappropriate. Oh no, the Chancellor's still in the throne room. I'm scared. Let's see if there's any secrets anywhere. No, it doesn't look like it. Still seems like there's a little bit of screen tearing on the Switch when I stream. I'll probably figure that out eventually, but you know, live and learn. So what do I got? Oh, I'm in combat already? Nice. So what I got going on today? 7, going to my nephew's birthday dinner at Oaken Barrell. And if you don't know what Oaken Barrell is, I guess that's actually not bad news, that's good news, because then you get to try it for the first time. Oaken Barrell is a brewery and restaurant in Greenwood, Indiana. I think it's been around here since the early 2000s, maybe the 90s. but they specialize in just, pretty routine family tavern type food. But every weekend they have a very exciting special menu that rotates, or I wouldn't even say it rotates, it's just different every weekend. So, Monday through Thursday you can get cheeseburgers, tenderloins, nachos, seafood, all kinds of stuff. But on the weekends you could get something unusual like a T-bone steak, carrot cake, and a beer that's only available for a little bit of time. And something like that, that's a perfect restaurant because you can eat there and expect, a meal that you enjoy, or you can go and try something new. However, if you go there on Sundays, sometimes the specials run out, and that can be very disappointing. So I'm doing that at 7, and then getting dinner with a buddy, or getting a beer with a buddy after that, closer to 8:30. And I usually don't like to double up my plans. I'm more of an introvert these days. But sometimes it's nice just to do the social things you're going to do all in one day and not think too much more about it. I do enjoy being social, but I find myself having more stressful weeks the more social I am sometimes. And it's a balance, right? Like, you can be social all the time and never feel stressed if that's the type of person you are. But if you have a hard time balancing your own personal goals or duties and routines, there's a point where if you socialize too much, you just kind of feel like I need to get back to this. And that's something I struggle with. That's a feeling I have a lot is, this is great, but I really need to get to the next thing. Damn, I cannot get that block. But I'm getting better at it. That's presence, that's patience, that's something everybody probably could get better at. But I definitely want to make it one of my goals to slow down a little bit, not feel as busy when I'm not really that busy. But New Year's is coming up. I don't really do New Year's resolutions, but I do New Year's mantras that, if you fail it, it's not the end of the world because you're kind of always working on that. Let me do a jump. But yeah, it's December 14th, and if I had to name my mantras right now, I'd definitely make a reading goal. Not X amount of books, but something along those lines. I would do something fitness or strength based. Maybe something measurable like, X amount of weight on a lift or something like that. Give me that gold coin, Toad. Oh, nice. Yeah, let me show this. So you can actually equip different things to Mario and your party members. So hammer, shoes, and shirt. Could probably do the wake up pin. Prevents mutant sleep status. I don't really need that, but let's see what Malo. He still needs a weapon. I love just the isometric look of this game. Everything can be drawn on a big V shape, which is nice. Alright, I think I just went upstairs when I should go downstairs. What else is going on this week? I'm hanging out with my buddy Trevor tomorrow. See, consolidating my social activities like I always do. Oh yeah, what do we got here? Anything else? Nice. Mushroom, flower. Things that have been going well. It's the winter, so I think it's easy to get less motivated. But I've been able to maintain my, fitness goals and reading activity. Trying to make sure I'm being a good dad and a good friend too. And still having time to do stuff like this, which is nice. It's a little bit of being happy with whatever you get each day. Some days you don't get to go to the gym or see your family as much as you'd like or play as many games as you'd like, but you did something, right? There's a reason you couldn't. Maybe it was a good reason, like saw somebody you missed, or maybe it was a bad reason, like I don't want to do shit today, I'm just going to lay in bed, and then you didn't do anything that, would pay off later. But not really preaching, just trying to explain how I think in my own head. Let's mess this guy up. Not bad, not bad. I finished episode 4 of season 2 of Invincible. I'm so impressed with that show. It's so good. However, I thought it was odd they stopped after 4 episodes and didn't give us a little bit more like, hey, the 4 episodes will be here soon. It felt unnecessary. I would have rather just waited until all the episodes are ready. And if you don't know what that show is, it is called Invincible, and I believe it is a Image Comics IP, or, I'm not sure exactly what you call that. So it's not Marvel and it's not DC. There are some connections I think you can make, but It's pretty much its own thing or in its own world in a way. But you know what? I think there is a DC connection because I think Martian Manhunter is in there, so maybe I can find out more information about that. But it's not. I mean, it really does feel independent. And basically, it is about Mark, who has powers pretty similar to Superman. The twist is, though, that Mark's dad is in the picture and is very powerful, again, in a Superman type way. But his dad is actually from an alien planet that, you know, produces these warriors to conquer worlds. It's a little bit of a spoiler because you don't really find out about that until later on at the end of the first episode where... the end of the first episode where you basically learn that Omni-Man, who plays the dad character, voiced by, I always forget his name, the J. Jonah Jameson guy. It'll come to me as soon as I stop talking about this. But Omni-Man is voiced by him, and you find out that he's been lying to Mark and his wife the whole time about being like a good superhero. And he actually is just there to conquer Earth and lives forever and kind of thinks of them as pets, or something like that. But what you find out is because Mark is like half Viltrumite and half human, there's kind of like a splitting of DNA that makes him potentially more powerful. He's not, but he could be, is the idea. So Omni-Man just beats the living shit out of him eventually because he doesn't understand what being a Viltrumite is like and that you should conquer. He has the human in him, basically. And, oh, man, what is this guy? Gotta just switch to this. Clay Morton. Listen up, gang. These guys are gonna put a stop to our party. Are we happy about this? You're asking for it. Okay. Oh, you're gonna get it. You picked the wrong people not to bounce with, bub. How about a fat lip to go with that ugly mustache? Now, I will not lie. I did not know I was gonna get into a boss battle, and I did not prepare, so we'll see what we can do. My first thought is let's take out the bodyguards and do something like jump. Well, I was hoping that would do more. And we'll do Thunderbolt, which is, I mean, that's going to do a lot of damage to everyone. Alright. Oh, okay. Clay Morton is weak to Thunder. That's a huge benefit. Alright, nice. Got the double up, the 42 damage. We're just going to spam Thunderbolt because we got plenty of flower power. Gotta love how that sounds, flower power. Clay Morton. Ah, I finally got a bubble shield. Okay. He looks pretty cool. Like, the actual figure on top of the sword, I wouldn't mind having a little figure of that. Looks like Jack Frost from Persona, kinda. Like the shape, the silhouette. Alright, so we got the bad minions out of the way. Now we can really get him. Go with a jump on... Nah, fire. I bet he's weak to fire, too. Nice, not weak to fire, but still did something. Alright, we're gonna cover some flower power. I'd probably use my turn, but it's still worth it. Man, he does not do... I bet he has a huge, powerful attack that builds up. Okay, we are going to jump on him again. I just love the jump. Nice. Special spam Thunderbolt again. Alright, I figured there was something more powerful. Still, I feel like I'm kind of not over leveled, but I'm in a good spot. Like, this can be done. Might as well just keep spamming Thunderbolt with Malo. I'm really interested to know who my next party member will be. Okay. So we're just going to assign Mario to basically the Clay Morton and Malo to just spam everybody. Oh, that was the wrong move. I didn't mean to do that. I mean, not the end of the world. Alright. Did I do it? Oh, no. I thought I did it again. My goodness. Alright. Gotta protect ourselves with these. Try to get some of these blocks. Okay. Not the end of the world. We are going to... Nice. Knock one out. Knock out the rest. Close. Alright. Smithy, or not, I keep saying Smithy, but Clay Morton will come down, alright. Can't block that, didn't do that much damage. And we're going to just try to beat the shit out of this guy now. Alright. I almost wonder if I should... Yeah, his attack is so low, it wouldn't be worth it. Alright. Keep spamming the flower power. Not bad, not bad. Thunderbolt again. But we're close. Ah, nice. Okay. That's a good ending spot. 20-minute mark. One there, and I appreciate you for listening. I felt like this episode was a little more organized than other ones, and I hope you enjoy your day. Actually, we'll do magic, yes.